Welcome to Mooney Reads, and welcome to a vlog. It is December 3rd at this point. I just kind of decided to start a vlog because I thought it would be fun. I'm going to talk about reading, journaling, and just whatever else I'm doing. I guess this is going to be like a week-long vlog. We'll see how it goes. You know how it is with this stuff. The big reason I really did think to start vlogging is because I really want to get more dedicated into journaling. So I'm thinking about trying to journal every single day and vlog a little bit with it. I just got done writing a bunch of journaling prompts that I could pull from a jar because I think that would be helpful. I have several books that I've been trying to use in different ways, and I'll get into that in a minute, I think, to really show you all of them. But the main focus, I think, of this next week is going to be the more prompt oriented stuff, and anything else that I wind up doing will be gravy, just extra. I'll also talk about the other things that I'm doing, including reading. Right now I'm almost halfway through with Done with the System by Serge Tankian, who is the lead singer of System of a Down. That is why I bought this book, because that's a band that I've loved since high school. And I didn't know like the most about him, but I knew enough to know that he is a cool guy and into a lot of different activist stuff. Even if you kind of passively listen to the lyrics, you can tell that they're political and that sort of thing. And I knew that he talked a lot about the Armenian genocide. He is Armenian American. He actually starts out the book kind of talking about that and talking about being a child in Lebanon during the civil war there. It's very good so far. So I'll talk about this as I read the second half of it, which I want to finish before the end of the month. It'd be cool if I could finish it by the end of the week. But I'm not really doing a set TBR for this month, really. I am going to participate in the Queerly Readathon, which is in a week or so. The other thing that I am working on is a crochet project. I'm really kind of in the middle of a few things, so you might see me talk about more, but this is the one I've been working on the most, and I'm probably almost done with it. This is a star blanket, but it's a baby blanket, so it doesn't have to be so big, so I'll assess once I'm actually through with the whole skein, which I'm pretty close. But yeah, this is a Christmas gift. It's for a baby, so I don't think they'll see this video, so there won't be any Christmas spoilers. So those are the things that I'm working on at this point. And since this is about journaling, I'll give a rundown of the different journaling type of books that I have, because that's fun. The main one that I'm going to be focused on will be this one. This is the one that I use for prompts. I have answered, let's see, that's 6. So that's 6 days that I've done throughout the month of November. 6 days out of however many, but you know, I was just trying it out, feeling it out. So this is probably the main one I'll be using over the next few days. I also have this, which is a planner. It's a daily planner. It says 2025, but it actually starts with December, so I've decided to start using it now. And the way that it's set up, you have like your schedule, and then top priorities, something to not forget, gratitude, and then just notes about the day. And I have decided to use it as like a daily check-in in general. Some of it's planning oriented, but some of it's also just like having something written down about the day. So I might visit it before the day, but I should definitely visit it during or after the day. You know, I want to write down what I actually did and have this as kind of like a journaly type of thing. It's more broken apart and listy, but I can at least look back and see what I did during the day. Like, I'll show you what I have for today, although it looks a little busted because I did make a mistake and had to cover it. But I've got kind of a list of stuff that I did during the day, extra notes of things, priorities, and then I really like the gratitude component is going to be cool. So that's another thing that I want to visit. Even if I don't visit it every day, I do want to visit it for every day, if that makes sense. Other ones that I have, this I've been using for lists, mostly reading lists, like thinking about different topical TBRs that I have and putting things that I want to read and things that I want to get for different topics. This is kind of just a diary when I actually think about certain topics or things that I want to dig further into. That's in this one. And I'm actually proud of myself for how far I've gotten in this one. My first entry in this was March of 2022. But the fact that I'm over halfway through with it is actually, like, impressive, which sounds a little sad, but I'm bad about ditching diaries, either because I write so intermittently, or there are a couple where something just really bad happened that I wrote about in it, and now I don't want to use the journal because it makes me sad. So good on me for continuing to write in one of them. And then I also have this one, which is like one for morning papers, The Artist's Way, which I've only read, I think, a chapter and a half of so far. Oops, did not follow that reading plan. But I did get the morning notes, or start the morning notes at some point. I probably haven't done them in 5 months or so. But I do like the idea of them. Yeah, 5 months. I do really like the idea of them and actually doing these each morning. That's not what this is focused on, but if you see me using the journal, that's what I'm doing. There's a chance you might also see this little guy, which is just a catch-all. I've just been writing little notes and stuff. Actually, some of the journal prompts from in here were first in here because I watched the YouTube videos and I wrote them out. There are also some journal entries that are for specific times, like if you're encountering an issue, you can journal like this. Those I put in here and didn't put in here so much, just because they're not going to be always relevant if I'm just going to pick a prompt. But this also has like random thoughts and just whatever in it. And then beyond that, I have a few for tarot, astrology, and reading, like note-taking, and then putting in quotes. And I'll go over those if I end up using any of them this week, which hopefully I will. That would be nice, but like I said, we're focused on prompts. Welcome to hopefully a week of journaling and also other stuff. Well, I was going to keep this one because I felt, I don't know, I had like a feeling that I might want to look at it. But before that, I thought that I wanted to do whatever one would fall while I was in the middle of trying to kind of mix this up a little better. And this one did end up falling, so I'm going to go with the pink one, and then I might leave one on the top to maybe do it tomorrow. We'll see if I remember that. this pink one. Okay. It's been a few days now. I haven't really verbally updated, but I have been taking little bits of footage of the journaling I've been doing, so that's been going really well. I think it's at 3 or 4 days in a row now. It's good. I like doing it in the mornings. I haven't really done a whole lot of reading, I guess. I guess I'm over the halfway point now. And down with the system. Now, I feel like this is going to be one of those that I have a lot of critiques about it, but I still really like it in a lot of ways because his memoir parts of it are interesting so far, and I think there's a lot that's interesting, there's a lot that's important, but my thing is he talks about a lot of history with 0 citations. And that's just tough. That's tough when it's not just like, years of something. We're talking specific numbers. We're talking like summarizing really big ideas, like just offhandedly saying like, oh, well, this country was only a part of the Soviet Union for this reason. And it's like, that's a huge thing. Like, where did you get that analysis from? So in those ways, like, that's really frustrating, especially because a lot of the history that he's talking about in here is really important. Like, I really want to know the history that he's talking about. And One of the things that made me really excited to pick up this book was that he has been an activist, specifically in talking about the Armenian genocide and the fact that that's been kind of brushed over on a systemic level, and the kind of denial and everything. So, I want to learn about this, and I would like to go back to uh like actual history books and stuff, but he cites none of them. There is not a works cited page. And that's not the only piece of history that he talks about, that he's saying specifics about, but that's neither here nor there. So that's really frustrating. I do want to finish this. I can just feel myself slowing down. So I think I might want to switch gears with my reading a little bit. I did check out an audiobook. I only listened to like 5 minutes of it before I had to stop it to do something else. So there's a chance I'll listen to that. The title of it's not on my head, but it'll be here. That looks really cool. I was also thinking about physically reading something, maybe something small. It was Read Palestine week, and I didn't do much reading of anything. But I thought about picking up Rivka. If I end up getting into this, I have some other poetry books, but then I just brought a huge pile of books in here. I'm not gonna look at all these, but if I don't read that, I'll read one of the other ones. Most of them are things that they've been on monthly TBRs the past couple of months, and I just haven't gotten to them. Anyways, that is my very rambly, without saying very much, update as far as reading goes. Now, with this project, I think I'm actually almost done. I have this much yarn left, and I have a cat in my lap, so I can't properly show you, but it's this big. I think that I might have enough yarn to do another row or two. It's a baby blanket. It doesn't have to be that big. I'll assess it once we get to that point, but I don't think I'll need to open up another skein. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I love that I made that reading update yesterday and talked about going to read something new. I watched the Meet the Queens for season 17 of Drag Race instead of reading. So nothing actually happened, but I'll probably end up bringing Rivka with me to work, on the chance that I get to read during my break. But here's today. It's the 8th. So let's see what I'm writing. So this one that I pulled has 2 inside each other, so I will look at both of them, do one now and one after work. It's quite long. I mean, one is so serious and one is kind of not. Okay. I feel like this one would make sense to do second, but I don't know. Oh, Kitty, do you like the notes I took? Are they accurate? Is this what you think about me? You must. Because the first line is about cuddles. Oh. Okay, it is the 9th, I think. I don't want to set up my tripod right now, so hopefully this doesn't shake too bad. I didn't end up doing the second journal entry last night, but I just did it this morning, and it was super cute. But I did start Rivka, maybe like a third of the way into it. It's very good. Even the introduction was really solid, which is by someone else who I'm going to need to look up. Devastating, but really well written. So I'm glad I'm finally getting to it. I also got more into my audiobook. I think I'm about halfway through with that now. And it's pretty good. There are some essays that have been really good, some essays that were like okay. I think maybe I'd enjoy it a little more with a different narrator. But I was also listening to it at work. It's retail holiday time, so maybe I'm just more irritable than usual. But overall, it's a good experience so far. So I'll have to let you know what I think at the end. Okay, it is Wednesday, whatever day that makes this. But yesterday I finished Rivka, which was incredible. I started it a few days ago. I don't remember exactly, but I finished it last night. She always has to start playing right when I'm trying to film, so hopefully that's not too loud. But this was a really incredible collection. The author talks about Palestine in this, but also his grandmother, Rivka. And so not only his experience with Palestine, but hers. There's also discussion of the U.S.'s role in all of this and the connection between struggle in the United States and struggle in Palestine. There are also a lot of really cool references and quotes that are included throughout this as well. So it's just really solid overall. So definitely one to check out. So that's it so far as reading goes. I have been doing other things. There's probably footage of like fun drawing stuff that I did, and then I also went through my closet to get rid of some things. But now I'm going to journal for the day, and maybe read a bit. I'm still in the middle of Serge Tonkin's memoir, and really honestly several other things too. But the one that I've decided to shift to work on, because I can't decide on one, but is Boys in the Void, which I actually started last year and was one of the several that I set down. Generally speaking, I'll go through phases like that sometimes, but last year my stepdad passed away, which made it kind of harder, and I did finish I finished one of those books at least recently, No Study Without Struggle, which I was kind of reading more slowly anyways, but that was really great. So it would be cool if I could finish another one before the end of the year, and this one was excellent, and it is also related to, you know, I'm currently reading another music memoir, and have others on my list. This is about the author, who is a really big fan of punk music. This is sort of a letter to his brother. The author is a millennial, the brother is Gen Z, so sort of them bonding over music in a way. It's very good, and I love the writing. I'm kind of sad that it's taken me so long to get through it, but that's just how it goes sometimes, and I'm not going to beat myself up about it. But yeah, this is what I'm going to work on after I journal. And of course, she's got to stand right on the journal I need. That's fine. That's what cats do. I'll be really honest, this one was just too long. And I'm not feeling particularly patient today, so we're gonna redraw. I make the rules, so it's fine. Alright, so, haven't read today. I don't even know what happened. I worked, so my brain is mush. I'm about to journal. I didn't end up actually reading anything. I've been editing, though, so hopefully I'll have 2 videos up. I didn't post anything in November, but I filmed 2 videos. And now that it's December, I'm editing them. So now it is time to journal. Alright, it's Saturday. I didn't journal yesterday, I don't think. Unless I did it in the morning and forgot. But I'm gonna journal today. I've been crocheting. I actually started, not quite done with that blanket, but I'm almost done. I think I can do one more round and then be done. It's a baby blanket, so it's gonna be small. We'll see. But I've started on this hat that I need to mail before Christmas. It's going to be a little cat ear hat. So I think that's going to be cute. I think I'm going to put some of the actual details in black of like the ears. Like maybe a little triangle or something. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. So I'm going to journal for today. And I think today is probably going to be the last bit in this video. With today, it's been more than a week anyways. Because the Queer Lit Readathon starts tomorrow, so I'll probably do a vlog for that too. Why not? It's gonna be a good time. Hopefully I'll start actually like reading, because I would like to maybe finish another book sometime before this year ends. In general, I have really liked journaling every day, and in fact, the last time I journaled, obviously I didn't journal yesterday, but the day after, made me really think about a lot. And it's nice with the prompts that, like, some of the entries are really serious like that, and some of them aren't. Like, the one about how the cat would describe me. Yes, you. Oh, she's very cute, even though you can only see the back of her head. But yeah, if I don't do any verbal check-ins the rest of this, hopefully this has been somewhat interesting. I don't really know what it's going to look like. But thank you all for coming along the ride with me and watching and all that. Baby.